Good morning out there, everyone. I am Karin Braxton, and I am coming to you live from Boca Grande, Florida. That is a barrier island on the Gulf Coast, and it's about 65 degrees here. I'm going to just see if I can find myself yet on my computer. So let's see what's here. There we go. And 65 degrees here. Turn off that. Just see if I can find myself yet. Turning off that volume. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm a little bit discombobulated. I just had literally the last 3 minutes before this video, one of my lights unplugged from the big circuit thing on the floor. And it's really hard, since my back surgery last year, it's really hard for me to get down on the floor and reach underneath something, and Terry's gone. Anyway, my lights, so I have I'm minus one light. I don't have the best lighting in this studio. So anyway, but we still have two lights, but we're missing the other one up there, but I just couldn't get it. I tried, but anyway, good morning, Roz. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you all out there. Hope you're all having a little bit better weather than last week when it was so cold and snowy in a lot of parts of the country. It was very cold. It was 40 degrees here last week, so it was cool. And now it's up to 65, and it's going to be in the 70s later this weekend. So today, welcome everyone. This is a craft along. So good morning, Jeanne. A craft along works like this. Good morning, Kelly. Good to see so many of you popping on. I think I was probably about a minute late, but anyway, we have a craft along. That means I have prepared kits for this. So anyone who places an order of $60 or more from my website, from my store, they would get a package of all of the cards that we're doing today. You get two of them. You get 2 times 3, so a total of 6. And there's a lot in the package. Everything is cut and embossed for you. And you get a package of gems. Good morning, Carla from Wisconsin. You get 2 of each card, each card, so a total of 6 cards. And then you get a printed tutorial of each of the cards too. So, and then it's all packaged, and then you get a little treat also. So that's any order. It could be $60. It could be $120, $100. You know, whenever during Sale-a-bration. I don't know what happened to my Sale-a-bration brochure here. It must have fallen someplace. But anyway, during Sale-a-bration, you want to make sure you order in $60 increments. 60. 120, 180, and so forth. And of course, the best deal of all is for $99, you can become a demonstrator and become a discount shopper. You don't have to do a thing other than shop for yourself. But a discount shopper does get 20%, and then you would be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. You'd be on my team, my Simply Creative Girls team. I would love to have you. I have a team of about 38 girls from all parts of the country. We have team meetings. We have by Zoom and sometimes in person for those who live in Montana. When I'm in Montana in the summertime, in the spring, fall. So we have both Zoom and team meetings. So in person, so a little bit of each. Alrighty, today we are working on, let's see once. Oh, I want to tell you, oh, hi, Linda. Good morning. You're watching from Minnesota. Before I tell you what we're doing, anyone who shares gets your name in a drawing, and then for sharing, and then next week, I will pick a winner from all those who share. Be sure you type in, I know you share to someone. It could be to your own Facebook group. Good morning, Cheryl. Good to see you. You can share to your own Facebook group. You can share to one of your friends, to all of your friends, whatever you want to do. But I have these 2 packages of gems. So 2 lucky people will be drawn, and one is the antique pearls that are just gorgeous. Thanks for sharing, Cheryl in Oklahoma. And these are the low profile dots. They're petal pink and gold, and they're really, they're both great. So if you share, please type in the word share. And that helps me because sometimes the comments are hidden. And today, hey Levon, thanks for sharing. I appreciate that. Today we are going to be using the Memorable Blooms, this set. So, and this is probably one of my favorites in the catalog. Great set of dies, great words. Everything is really nice about it. Really like it a lot. So we're going to be using that today. Those of you who are getting the kit, you will need to have your own set of stamps and your own ink. Thank you for sharing, GN, too. Okay, let's see. Let's turn the camera down and we'll get started because we've got 3 cards to make. And we'll do that. Let's see what's here now. Close your eyes. There we go. There we get that all tightened up. There's my host code. I always appreciate you using my host code if you're ordering. So with any order, if you'd use that, it would be nice. Okay, and that's how I'm able to get some prizes and then give them away too. Okay, I have 4 cards here. Next week's class is going to be actually 6 cards. It's using the Storybook Friends, which is one of my absolute favorites in this catalog. So we have 3 fun folds. There'll be just an easy Z fold like that. There's a calendar card. I did this video several weeks ago around Christmas, right after Christmas. So that's a calendar, a notepad. This is another card right here. Thank you so much. And then this one, beautiful paper. Lots of ephemera. I love the ephemera. I'm just having so much fun. And that's why I decided to make it 6 cards instead of 5, because there's so much ephemera and you get half the package of paper and you get the ephemera with it, and you don't have to do, you don't have to do as much coloring, I guess is what I'm saying. Thank you, Diane, for sharing. Good morning to you. Do you see this? And then we're going to be using this plaster embossing folder today too. This one is a great one. This is an online exclusive, and the number is 164656. I don't think you can see that. It's too blurry. But 164656. It's a wonderful set. It's one of these really large ones. You can put 2 sheets of paper, or 2 mats in at the same time. Anyway, that's what we will be doing. So I'm going to set those aside. If you would like to take that class, be sure it is $45. You get a half package of paper, the gems, 6 card kits, and all the directions typed up and printed. And let me see what's here. Be sure you let me know, because I think these kits will sell out quickly. And I already have several people signed up for that class. So that's $45. Okay, this is what we're working on today. I want to show you some pretty cards that I received. We're going to be using this Bloom impression. This is one of the free papers. I'll be using this one. Oh, pretty. It's just gorgeous paper. We're going to use that one, and we're going to use that one. So that's what we're using today. But I'm going to show you a couple cards that I received as swap cards. I'm in a business group, and I thought this one was just stunning. I've never made one of these. I know my friend Levon has. This just slides like this, but isn't that pretty? That's made with some of the stamps. It's like we used to make these with pennies, but now they're made with dimensionals. I'm going to have to try that because it's really a pretty card. Here's another one. Let's see this was by Kelly Schulte. I don't know where she lives. It's a slider card. And then this one, I appreciate your thoughtfulness. That's Angie Leach. She's in Arkansas. Isn't that a beautiful card? That's made with some of the beautiful paper from that storybook. This one's made from the storybook paper too. And this one is Lynn Dunn. Lynn is in Wisconsin, and she just became a $1 million achiever. But isn't that a pretty inside too? Very pretty cards. I just thought they were great swap cards. I was really pleased with those. Anyway, we're not doing any of those, but I just thought they were really pretty. The first one we're going to do is this one. I'm going to show you. Now, I will have all the measurements. They're all typed up. Oh, yeah, it is fun and easy. I'm glad you said that. Thank you very much. So what was I going to say? Anyway, this is the card we're going to make. I love that sentiment. You've been on my mind. We are going to use the, it's just got some beautiful sentiments. Thank you so much. You mean the world to me. You've been on my mind. Isn't that just, you know, maybe someone's sick or lost someone, or maybe they're just not feeling well or having a difficult time. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. You are awesome. Isn't that a great one for sure? But for the inside of this, we are going to be using the butterfly, beautiful butterfly set called, this is the newer one that just came out. In case you need me, I'm here. That's what we're using for the inside of this. So that's called Beautiful Butterflies. That's one of the hybrid. I haven't played with that yet. Yet is the magic word for that. So you can see what I'm got here. And let me get my bits and pieces. Everything is, I have all these typed up, all the dimensions. I will post those after. And oops, I almost lost the camera there. Let's see, we just make sure everything is okay. I don't know what is, there we go. Okay, we've got a BlackBerry base, and I wore a BlackBerry shirt today. I think it's a pretty good match. It's a smart wool, but it's real lightweight because it was cold this morning and I was out walking, so I had, anyways, a perfect color for this card. So 5.5 by 8.5, so 8.5, 5.5, score it at 4.25, give it a good bone folding like that, and then I have a piece of designer paper and I already embossed it. This is one side of it, and there's the other. Isn't that the most beautiful folder to go with that? That is, again, the plaster painting 3D. And that, I'll have the number after when I post the directions. So this is, we could use either side, but we're going to use this pretty sort of an ombre side. It is quite heavily, very 3D, so whenever that happens, I like, this is the way I do it. You can do anything you want. Some of you like Tombow liquid glue. I like my tape runner, but I don't like when it's so heavily embossed like this. I don't like to put my runner on here because it can tear the paper. So what I do is just put it on like that. I just don't get it on the edges. Put it on like this. And there we have it. We have a white inside, 4 by 5.25. I have a little strip that I have left over, and I think I'm going to cut that just a bit shorter because it's a little bit long. It's just a scrap, but I think we'll just cut it. This is love this little. I think we'll, and we can even put it on two. It's sort of caught in there. Okay, there we go. And now we can put this on the inside of our card like that. I think that'll be really pretty. And take my paper clip away. We're going to do some stamping. I think we'll stamp on the inside too, so I'm not going to glue that on yet. So that's our inside piece. And we are going to be using this big stamp. I'm going to, where is my big stamp? There it is. So if you do buy the kit, and I hope you will, because it is just a great set for sure. We are going to, let me just put a little scratch paper right down there underneath, because we're going to put it like this. We're going to put this, there we go. And you do need your own stamps. It's against Stampin' Up compliance for us to stamp for you. So you have to use your own stamps and you use your own ink. But everything else will be done for you, all cut. And I do score. Everything comes with envelopes. So let's see once. Now, that's going to be the inside of our card. I'm going to put a little strip on. I think that'll be good. And we'll just do that right away. We're going to use the other side of it like that. So here we go. Now we can put that on the inside of our card, and we will put it right in there. Isn't that just now you could take your blending pen. Where's my? This is a blender. It's not a blend. It's not part of the blends. It's an old-fashioned blender pen. This will move the ink around, so you can make it look like it's going to. It's almost like coloring. See how it's pulling that blackberry color? I'm just going to do that like that a little bit on the inside. You can also use your wink of Stella, and then you clean it. You clean it on just a scratch piece of paper until it runs clear. There's like a glycerin in there or something. But you can also use your wink of Stella. But it's a nice thing to have in your arsenal. Okay, you've been on my mind, and let's do our stamping with our little, and then we'll do the inside stamping too. Okay, you've been on my mind. And there's the inside one. And we're going to do this in Blackberry. So all of these things are going to be in Blackberry, except for the flowers. But so maybe we should stamp the flowers first. Maybe I'll do that. No, I better just close up this ink pad. Otherwise, we'll have a mess going on. Let's see. You've been on my mind. Like that. Beautiful. I love Blackberry. It's one of my favorite ink colors. It's one color. And you know, girls, one thing I want to make sure I tell you, because I just did this the other day. We're going to put this on the inside. We're going to put, You've Been on My Mind, or the, Let Me Know If You Need Me, in case you need me. There we go. I think that butterfly stamp is worth it, even if that's the only stamp you ever use. I think it's such a great one, but it's a beautiful, I love hybrid stamps, so we will do a whole class on that. It's part of my birthday series. Okay, now we are going to stamp this part. Isn't that a pretty inside though? You've Been on My Mind. This is going to get some little flowers in the corner, and we're going to do the little sprig right there. I'm going to use my Black Momento. Oh, what I was going to start to tell you is that it is during Sale-a-bration. I always like to tell you to get your refills. This is the perfect time to order refills, especially for the colors that are going away, that are going to the in colors like Boho Blue and Pebble Path are two of my absolute favorites, and they will be leaving at the end of April. But by March, the blends will probably be sold out, because everyone thinks this way about getting rid of, adding to your collection. You don't want to have a stamp pad without. So I'm going to take my Berry Burst. Is that what I wanted? Berry Burst, yeah. Berry Burst, and I don't think I have my Blackberry. Let's see, where do I have Blackberry here? I have Blackberry tied up here. We've got some flowers. We're going to use, I'm going to use my Old Olive for my coloring. And I'm going to just add a little bit. Let me bring you this down a little bit lower so you can see. There we go. As I color this, we're going to just add the darker part on the section that Stampin' Up has sort of put some little hashtag marks. So, and then we're going to just color it with the light one now. I'm going to just sort of, you always want to sort of blend those colors together, go over that dark color. Some of you might like to start with the light and go to dark. I like to go dark and then add my light. But you do whatever you want. When we lived in Missouri, we lived in southern Missouri, and I used to drive like an hour and a half to go to St. Louis to take Copic ink classes, Copic coloring classes. So I always loved doing that. And, but it was quite a drive. Okay, now we're gonna, but that's just the way, you know, it was. I love our blends. I love our blends more than I like Copics. I had a lot of Copics, but I love having only 2 colors, and I'm going to put the dark berry burst right in my flowers, sort of in the center, and then we're going to be pulling. We're going to be pulling the. I used Bubble Bath here. This is Bubble Bath, and I'm going to just pull this like this. This is just pulling that to sort of blend it. I don't know why I didn't pull up my BlackBerry, but I didn't. So you want to get that blended, and you can make little circles. If you want, I like to leave a little white along the edges also. You don't have to go all the way to the end, and also you don't want to because it can seep out a little bit. But you want to get that all blended nicely. And you can use whatever color you have. And let's see what's here. I don't know if I did. Oh, there's my black. Whoops. Lost my camera there for a second. That was weird. And I do have some BlackBerry right here, but it is pretty black. It's pretty dark. I guess that's probably why I decided not to use the BlackBerry. Let me just see what it does when we add a little bit of, yeah. I think we'll just leave it the way it is and not use the BlackBerry. I think I had done that for a certain reason. Okay, now let's put this on our card, and we're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. I've got the camera so low, that's why I hit it with my arm, because I do, I like to put things sort of away as I'm working. So we're gonna take a big, from my little dish of pieces. I need to cut some more because they're really it's getting a little limited. Okay, so I'm gonna just set that there so I don't have to take this off, and we're gonna put that on just like you've been on my mind. And then, isn't that just beautiful? And then it has this wonderful sprig, and I've die cut these. I've cut these out for everyone for the kits. I'm going to turn that over and put some Tombow liquid glue on. And I'm just going to just touch it a little bit, not very much. That's the trick to using liquid glue, is just tiny amounts, just little dots. You can see how I barely use it. I don't squeeze it at all, for sure. Okay, let's put that on like this. Here we go. And looks like I must have lost the bottom of, because this is really how long they really are, like that. So, but I think that'll be fine. I can always add a bowl or something later on. Okay, and now we need some gems. Where are my gems? Let's see once. I don't know. Let me see where the gems are. Let me look in the drawer for a second. Well, I will just open. I know I have them here someplace, but I use these all the time. They are the iridescent. I think I showed them to you, didn't I? Did I show them to you? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to just open a new package. I like to open them from the side like that. It's a trick I learned from Patty Bennett. I think it's a great idea too. And we're going to put some gems on. Put a large one. We'll put a large one down here. And then we're going to put two smaller ones. Maybe one up here. And one right there. And I'm going to set these gems right here so I don't lose them again. And we're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella to my flower, just like that. And this does, I think, let's see if I have a gold bow right here. I can do that. I have a gold bow because this is not meant to have a bow, but we're going to do that anyway just because I have one. And I have a short little piece. So we're going to add that bow. And then we're going to put it on like that. So I don't like to have stems. I like to have words cover the stem at the bottom or a bow or something to make it look a little bit finished. It didn't look finished enough that way. Okay, that's our first card. And this one is obviously colored with the BlackBerry, which is a little bit better, I think. But anyway, I grabbed the wrong markers. Okay, these are the measurements. They will all be posted at the end. You have to give me a few minutes and then they'll be all ready. Let's pull the camera up a little bit. There we go. And go on to our second card. Let me see. I'm going to get these pieces all done. Throw those away. And our next card is you're going to tell me what you want me to do. I think I know what I like for sure, but and we're going to be using this paper. So do you like the green, the ombre green, or the floral? So it's from this first paper that is very, very bright and very busy. Good morning, Diane. Thank you. So which should we do? So when you get your craft along kit, which do you want, green or print or the DSP? Green, well, both are the DSP. I'll show you that. But okay, you tell me what you'd like. So this is my kit, and this is a fairly easy card. It took a little bit to cut this all out, but I'll tell you what is your friend when you're doing something. Wax paper. It is great. I put that between my dies and the white paper, and it was just excellent. It just fell out like butter, and most of the pieces came out too. But I want to show you this. This is rather important. This is the piece that I used, and I cut. I think I made 10 or 12 kits, so that'd be 20 some of these that I cut out for the craft along. Let me get a little water here first. All that talking dries me out a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Thank you for sharing, Diane. Great to see you here today. So do you want me to use the DSP that is the ombre green or the flowered side? Which side do you want me to use? I'm going to pull those up and we will make that decision. So it's important that what I've done is taken some, you can take a Post-it note, or this is Post-it note tape, and I've taped these together, and I just keep them together so that it die cuts all of this at one time. It cuts it out. This is the mat, 3 3/4 by 5, or you could use 4 by 5 1/4, and that will cut the hole plus this and release it all. If you just use the inner part, you won't get anything cut out around the edges, because it'll look like, I'll show you what it would look like. Let's see if I can find that Don't know. I had one. The very first time I did it, I didn't know that, and of course, and you just sort of learn. I don't know where it is, but you get the gist. You have to have both pieces to cut it out. Oh, here it is, right here, right on the table. So this is what happens if you don't use that outer piece. That will cut the hole. So, okay, now that shows you that. It's quite easy. Use that. So you put the white paper down, then you put your wax paper, and then you put your die, and you could even run several. I mean, you could use one at a time, of course, with something that's intricate, but it could easily, take that, you can use that wax paper over a couple times too. Okay, so let's see what you're saying now. You're saying green, 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 floral. Pam says floral. Kathy says green. Jan, good to see you, Jan. Both are great. Thank you. You love the BlackBerry. Oh, well, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing, Diane. Remember, I have the, and I see Anne Louise is green. Roz is gold, is floral. Diane is green, green. Carla, green. Levon, I think we got green. We're going to do green. So we're going to put the green on like this, and I'm going to cover this up. How many of you have gotten this beautiful paper? Make sure it opens the right way. This is the free designer paper that you get when you order $60 or more. So we're gonna put our white. Now, if you did 4 inches, 4 by 5 1/4, it would be butted up, or you wouldn't even see the green. But I cut it a little smaller because I wanted you to see that. So we're going to put that right there, and we are going to put our adhesive on here. So anyone, please be sure you type in that you have shared. Don't just share it without saying something. You must say that, because I can't always find the shares unless you do. And then there'll be a drawing next week, and I will post, and I will tell you who is the winner of those 2 sets of gems. These two, the low profile dots and the antique pearls. Both are 2 of my favorites for sure. Great sets. Okay, now so that's our card, and you could stamp right here on this without putting a tag on, but sometimes people are afraid of that, and or maybe you make it's crooked, so then you can cover it up by adding the strip. So we'll do that. Okay, now I ran this one, my own, for this class. I ran it through. Hopefully this is the one I did. Oh, I don't think it is. Let's see once. I ran one through for you to show you. And now I can't find it with the little tape on it. The tape that pulls off. Let's see if this is it. Oh, I think this is it. This is it right here. I had 2 of them in there. So this is that, it'll just lift right off. No, I did not do this on the different kits that are going to be free, but I'm just going to lift this up. But if you have this, Stampin' Up has come out with this many times, many years, and this just throws away. But it just sort of takes out all those little pieces. You hardly have anything left, too. So we're going to do that, take that away. It's all sticky. So we're going to just put this at an angle. We're going to put it right inside it again. Now, I tried this in black to see if I would like the black, and I didn't. So this is going to be an all-white card. I mean, pretty much white. And now, let's see. I got more pieces here, and that can get thrown away. And let's get our little pieces of strips. We're going to make a decision about that. And so it's important to remember you keep these together when you die cut. Thank you for sharing, Pam. Okay, let's see. What am I looking for now? The green. And I like to take a clear block and just set it over there, especially when I'm using Tombow glue. I just set it over to dry. I think that is I just sort of keep a block near me. I did that this morning. I was putting some piece on for the class next week. So let's see what we're going to do. Oh, we are going to do You Are Awesome. You've been on my mind. I appreciate your thoughtfulness. Let's try that one. That's one I haven't used on these cards yet. So let's do that one. And so we're going to set this aside. It doesn't really need it because I use those sticky sheets, but that's just an option. I want to make sure you know that. Okay, let's take out our piercing pad, and now we're going to appreciate your thoughtfulness. I think this will fit. We don't need that pad because it's a red rubber. It's a little bit, let me move that away once. Let's try that again. It's a little bright. My ink pads in Florida are very moist. I don't have to re-ink things very much at all, but boy, in Montana, I have to, it's very dry. It's very dry there, no humidity, and I have to re-ink my ink pads a lot. So here, rarely. Okay, there we're gonna slant our edges like this with our little snips. We're gonna just snip like that and like this. There we go. And let's put these things aside. And we're going to raise that up. We're going to put that on with some dimensionals. We'll use some of these from my little dish. I have a little, we'll use that one. That looks perfect. And then this card will be almost finished. Well, now which side was it? Was it this one or the other one? Let's see. I think I'll do this one. Just, who knows? Okay, doesn't make any difference, obviously. Okay, there we go. There's that. And now we're going to put our gems on. And my lights are turning off here. There we go. And we're going to put some gems on our, just slide them off. They're small enough to slide, so we're going to put one there, another. I love these take your pick tool, the putty on mine. I need to move it up a little bit. We're going to make a little triangle, put a big one. I always like to, we're going to put one right there. I always like to put my gems in a triangle. Do you see 1, 2? So you see what kind of triangle is it? Those of you who are math people. I can't remember that. I always like geometry, but I can't remember what kind of triangle that is. Okay, and there's our card. I appreciate your thoughtfulness, and then you can do something on the inside. You could, we'll just stamp. We don't need that. We'll just stamp this small flower on the inside right at the corner. There we go, just like that. So, isn't that a pretty color? This is, I think this is, let's see, what is this? It's Shy Shamrock. I think this is actually Summer Splash. However, I didn't have a Summer Splash ink pad here, and I have ordered one. It should be here tomorrow, but it's not here today. So anyway, there's our card, and here are the other ones that we did. Pretty similar. This one I used Azure blue ink for that. Of course, you can use any color that's in the package. Okay, our last one that we're going to do today, so that's number 2. It's really pretty easy. The hard part was for me to die cut that for you, but it wasn't too bad with the wax paper. So our next one, our last one, is this one. And you have to tell me, do you want me to use Melon Mambo or Flirty Flamingo? Which one do you want me to use? Flirty Flamingo or Melon Mambo? Let's get our pieces out. And we have a card that is, let's see what's here. I've got these all marked. A white base, 5 and a same thing. And then we have some designer paper. I love this piece. I love that with the pool party or the maybe summer splash. Isn't that pretty? So that's 2 inches. This is one of my favorite ways of making a card. It's so simple. You tell me, do you want Flirty Flamingo or Melon Mambo? So tell me that and we will get started. Now I am going to, what are we using here? Where is that? Oh, here it is, standing up. This is the, this is called Perennial Postage Dies. I think it's maybe in the annual catalog. It's at least, I don't know, I'm not sure. We used to have a stamp that went with it. It was beautiful. But they discontinued the stamp, but they kept the dies. And I love these for the rectangles. Do you see how nicely they make rectangles? And you've seen me use them quite a bit, actually. So anyway, it goes inside of a mat. But that's what we're going to be using. So let's see what color you're all telling. Melon Mambo. Roz says flirty. Pam says melon. Melon. Cheryl said flirty. Lavon, we have a lot of melon mambos. We're going to use melon mambos. Okay, so we're going to put this one. I can do another card with that. And sometimes that's my biggest issue, is trying to finish up with my bits and pieces then. Because if we go to lunch, Terry and I go to lunch or something afterwards, or go to my chiropractor, after I get things downloaded or uploaded, then I leave and then I don't come back to them, and I'm on to another project. So we're going to put this right along the edge. This strip is 2 inches by 5.5. Of course, we could have used the other side too, but we're not. I'd like to put it on the left side. However, on this card, it's on the right because I put this whole thing on backwards. I put it on like this and then I couldn't open it, so I had to take it off. Anyway, so it's really easy. And then we're going to stamp on our, where this part is, this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. We're going to stamp on our white. Where is my white piece? Right here. We're going to stamp on the white postage, and let's get that all out. And it is I've got a mess going on here. I've got this table and everything is full. And it'll soon start probably falling off. Oh my goodness, it's really hard to stay organized, especially when you do 3 cards. It's a big stamp, big flowers. You saw me do that in the beginning. And now I'm going to ink it on upside down. And you know, you can really sort of move your pad around, really. I have one Black Momento that needs to be refilled, and the other one has too much ink. So and Black Momento has been on back order. I think it's an issue all over the country. It is not available anywhere. There we go. And we don't know when it's going to be back in stock, coming back. It is made, Stampin' Up makes it, of course, but I think they buy it from another company, Tuxedo. No, that's the name of the black, Tuxedo Black. I don't know, but Stampin' Up makes all of their ink except for things like Stays On and Momento. So the Stampin' Up pads are this way. But anyway, but we use Black Momento whenever we color with our blends. So that's the reason for doing that. Okay, I'm going to just put that right there, put this aside, and now we can start our coloring. I'm going to just put this Melon Mambo. So it has both Flirty Flamingo and Melon Mambo in this. And I'm going to put this on. It could have been a little bit darker, so this must be the pad that is. And I didn't want to press too hard, but it'll be just fine when it's colored. So I just measured this white, and then I chose and then I cut my border to be And we're going to put that on with dimensionals. So let me just show you a little bit how I colored this. I won't color the whole thing for you, but let's see once now. Here, I've got my markers. I did use my Pool Party, light and dark, and I used light Melon Mambo and light Bubble Gum. So that's what we used. I'm going to show you just how I do a little bit of this, and then we'll put it together, okay? So I like to take I'm going to put the camera down just a bit again. There we go. So what I like to do is, you can do it any way you want, but I like to just add my darkest Pool Party right down the middle and on these darker pieces that Stampin' Up has sort of shaded in already for us, like that. Then I go and take my light Pool Party, and I'm just going to color these other ones really quickly. It's like this and like that. And then I'm going to take my broad tip end, so that's the skinny and that's the bullet, and this is the wider one. And I'm just sort of making little circles, but just sort of blending that dark color in. It's not real pronounced, but anyway, you get the gist of this. And then for the flowers, because I'm taking the pool powder or the summer splash, it would be perfect too. So then we're going to do our big flowers with the light. I'm using the light like this. And I like to make those little turned up edges a little bit like that too. And then I'm going to take my bubble bath, and I'm going to sort of blend those together. Do whatever color you want. You don't have to have these colors, but you can. And that's what the paper calls for. But you can mix and match things like that. And now if you think this one needs to be a little bit, this one could, I feel like it could use a little bit more definition right there. So I'm going to just, and I think all these buds, I like to do the buds a little darker than the other flowers. So where's another bud? There's the bud. There's the bud right there. And let's see once here. We're going to blend that a little bit more. And then through the magic of TV, we have already colored one, except that I have it on there. Let's see if I can get this off. I'm going to use this trick my mom taught me. But you sort of huff on it, get your breath on it, like that. And speaking of my mom, she is in a new place, a memory center, and yesterday she fell. And, oh dear, I've sort of made a mess of this, but I can fix it. I can always fix it later. Anyway, she fell, so please keep her in your prayers. She's apparently okay, but anyway, it was sort of scary. She was screaming for help. She was trying to help herself into the bathroom, and she didn't make it. So she needs more care. She was so good up until just about 6 months ago, and then she had a blood clot, a UTI, and COVID all at the same time. So, and then she just has gone downhill as far as getting dementia from all of that. Up until then, so she's 98 years old, and she's really been pretty good, pretty sharp. I miss not being able to call her and have a conversation with her. I've done that for many years, and I miss that a lot. She's still there, and my sisters are good about having me, whenever they're over there, they sometimes will FaceTime or something with me and talk with her. So that's really nice. And there we have our card, and let's add, I forgot our words. So, We'll put our love and strength, or love and thanks. That's a nice one. Where is it though? There it is. And we're going to use our Melon Mambo ink. We could use black, but we're going to use, I like this Melon Mambo so much. We'll just use that. And there we go. It's a little bit, I think I'm going to redo that one. Just going to put it so you can see it too. Not going to press so hard. There we go. I guess it's about the same. It's a pretty juicy ink pad for sure. And now we're going to put the sides. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to snip the sides to make them like that. And then we'll put this on with some, oh, there it is. I must have had a little, so I like to do that with these, I cut this in little strips. I love that Stampin' Up! Has these adhesive sheets. They're so nice. One of my favorite things. But I'm going to cover up that stem with the love and thanks. There we go. And now we need some, you could add Wink of Stella, and we're going to add some gems to this, because these gems are gorgeous and they just add a lot to our card for sure. We're going to put a big one up there and then a small one. And then we're going to put a big one right down here. And there is our card all finished for today. And here we have our Flirty Flamingo. And this is the other one that I did with the opposite side of the DSP like that. Isn't that funny? Have you ever done that? Have you ever glued your card on so it opens the wrong way? All right, let's turn the camera back up. So close your eyes for a second. There we go. There we go. Ooh, it's getting a little bit steamy up here. I kept the door open. My husband Terry just got home. He went to Lowe's off the island, and he went to get the mail also. We have to go so far to get the mail and to drop packages off. And he had several packages. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad you loved it. Let's see. So let's see what's here. I know I've missed several of you. Hey, Kathy, Carla, good to see you out there in Oregon. I haven't seen you for a while. So don't forget, this is with a $60 purchase or more. You get to choose one free thing. With a $120 purchase, you get 2 free things, or the level 2, the higher level. And I don't even know what happened to my brochure. It's buried here on my desk. Everything is sort of discombobulated. Sorry about that. And remember, I would love, if you are not a demonstrator and you don't, if you would, have you ever thought about getting a discount? Then please think about joining my team. I would love to have you if you're not working with another demonstrator. And I know many of you out there that are watching, you are demonstrators, but this is the best time to join, because, and get that free, you pay $99, you get $125 of your choice, plus you get to have 2 sets of markers of your choice. You can get neutrals and brights or whatever, plus a stamp set. Or if you don't want to have those things, if you already have lots of markers, you can choose $30 extra dollars. So it's great. That's it, everyone. I hope you will really think about that a lot. And if you are interested in this craft along kit, make a purchase on my online store, and I will send you the package of 6 cards. And next week we have the Storybook Friends, and next week's class is Storybook Friends. So if you're interested in that class, please don't delay on that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to run out of kits on that. I don't know, but I think I've cut for 12 or 14, and I think I have a lot signed up, and I have a few more that will probably want to sign up when next week comes along. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it, and I will look forward to seeing you next Tuesday again, same time. Oh, thank you, Roz, for prayers for my mom. Yeah, It's tough to be 98 and live that long. And she's had a wonderful life for sure. She's been great up until just not this summer. So, I mean, she was still making cards this summer. And now she's just not able to do any of that kind of thing anymore. Okay, that's it. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Hope you can get some crafting done. Bye-bye.